Oh, the camera died. But here we are. Just waiting to get my box lifted off. He's going in the back to have a look. Which he is, and I'm not sure. I think I'll go round to the left here. And I'll look for a hoister. So I'm going to have to shout out to the lad when I... Alright, boss. One more. Right, end of the left. Thank you. Doesn't really narrow it down too much. Isn't the one I was thinking of, this place though. This isn't the one with the geese. Look at the state of this. I think it's on this corner. He lifts off. See, all this shit just comes into the cab. I don't know how far round to the left. I take it it's going to lift off here. I guess. Guessing. Might have to go a bit further forwards. If I go in too tight to the left, I'll never get round the corner. There's a lifter right down the bottom, I can see it. To my right. Just climbing in now. I'm going to have to get out again just to fold my arms, my legs up at the back. What a place this is. He's shifting the box about. Box on now. No, he's not coming this way. So I'm guessing it's here. I'm only guessing. There could be another lifter around the corner waiting for me, but I can see a lifter. And this is where I've been lifted off before. So I'm just stopping here. It's on a junction. But you are guessing. People, you know, they expect you to know, and of course you don't. You're not coming here every day. It was over a year ago since I've been in here. Well over a year. I can remember what to do in every container yard that I go into. He's still faffing about with other boxes down there. This is the trouble, you know, you go to, oh, see the mud absolutely everywhere. So I may as well set my sat nav up now. How long is it going to take me to get down the road? I'm not going to be down until around 5 o'clock tonight.
You will arrive at your destination at 1618.
Yeah, you've got to build a brake into that. 244 miles. Well, I'm clutching at straws here. The bloke behind me hadn't beat me, so either he didn't know. Or I'm actually in the right place. But there you are, staring at containers. And we're tightly packed in here. So we'll just see how long. So far we've been in here, 13 minutes. You go into you park up, you go into a hut. You get checked in by a wonderful lady. And then you get the box checked to make sure it's okay. Then he says, down there, turn left. Doesn't tell you where to stop. Right, is this lifter going to come up here now? Because you've got a couple behind us. So stop lifting boxes and come on up here. Oh, he's just picked up another box. Oh, my word. And of course all this in the summer is just dust. So in the winter it's wet and like going through, well, I don't even know what it is, it's like sludge which gets absolutely everywhere. And then in the summer it's dust which you can't even open your window because it just, everything is coated in a thick fine layer of, it's like imagine chucking a bag of flour into your cab and shaking it all around, because that's what it's like when you come in here with your windows open. It's unbelievable. I can still see them down there. But you're just, I'm not going to take you off the mount because it's too much of a faff to put you back on again. So I'm just going to turn you off until I get going again, because we're just stationary doing absolutely nothing. So I'll speak to you in a bit. Hello, he's done, lifted. up here. Fold my rear pins in. Oh my god. Okay, job on for tomorrow. Got 8 o'clock Whitney in Oxfordshire. We'll go to Pentalvers to pick a box up. So that's all the way down to Southampton now. Yeah, I might pick the box up tonight. I'll go down and have a look, see what they're like down there. Not, I'll go in early tomorrow morning.
Sharp right, Hayes Park Road.
That is a horrible place to go to. And it's easy getting in and out, but they've actually done away with. It's awkward to get out as well. Bit easier for me today because I haven't got a box on. I didn't start until 6 tonight.
Turn left, then cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
Oh, you're a star. You're a star. Cheers, matey. Good man. So the camera died on the way across.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit, P6481, Pontefract Road.
So we're running empty. We've got an empty skelly on the back. We're going all the way down to Southampton empty.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
Yep, empty. Oh, nothing coming. 15'6" bridge. I'm 14'6", but I've got to be in the middle. telling me a quicker route, but I'm just going straight down it. Straight down the motorway. And it takes as long as it takes. Right in the old trailer.
Go right on the roundabout and take the third exit.
Some odd things on my PDA. Thought I'd better stop. So I've got my favourite container yard, either this afternoon, late this afternoon, or early tomorrow morning. Then up to Whitney near Oxfordshire, back down to Southampton. Vehicle MOT, then taking the vehicle over to the MOT in Mercedes garage in Southampton, and then I've got, to be advised, Felixstowe. I don't know what that's all about. So we got a bit of a trawl down there. Got a bit of blue sky. Possibly go wrong. So there you have it. That's that'll be my week done. Wasn't doing that for. No, I don't think so. I don't think we'll be doing that. We're going straight down the M1. This lane over here. Cross. Now, why would I want to do that? Oh no. Changed his mind. Tyre man, he's full of old tyres, look. 9 minutes 40 faster if I go the way I'm going. Yes. It's a surprise. So unless I get really held up, I could be in the yard tonight. I suspect I will be. So I should make it back down. And then I'll just have to go and sit in Pentalbers for 2 or 3 hours. Just what you want at the end of the day, isn't it? You go and sit in there for a couple of hours. Because I might even hit a shift change. In fact, I probably will. By the time I get in there will be about 5:30. Yeah, shift change at 6. Yeah, rock and roll. As long as I'm out by 9. I'm forced into a 9 off then to leave at 6 to get up there for 8. Ridiculous. As long as I'm out by 9 days. Right, I can move over one. Try and come up the inside of me. Right, so we just got to hope there's no hold-ups and we're no more than an hour and a bit, a couple of hours in Pentalbers. There's a massive queue. I'll drive in, have a look, and then if there's a massive queue, I'll be going in early hours of the morning. I'll take 9 off still, and then go in early. Spire. National Coal Mining Museum. Anyone ever been there? What's it like? Is it worth a visit? As it's the National Coal Mining Museum, you'd imagine it should be pretty good. Look at the rubbish here. Jeez. But yeah, you'd imagine it's pretty good, but don't know. Have any working coal mines left? I'm not entirely sure. There might be one. I've got a funny feeling there might be. Like on a very low scale. Why do I think there's one? I don't know. Well, it's not like the coal dried up. It's there. It's just not being utilised, not being used. That's the same for all the coal mines. We just stopped mining. We didn't suddenly run out. The old trailer. So I'm going to come off what I normally do onto the A5, and then we'll stop for a break around there, get on down the road, maybe pull into Vanhams, or maybe just stop again quickly before we go into Pentalvers, go and sit in there for a couple of hours. Rock and roll day, covered in mud, sitting around. Come down from this way for a while, so bit of a change. Oh, you're going to struggle to get out of there, my man. Why did you park in there? If the weather stays like this, it'll be quite nice. Nice little run down. No drama llamas and no bears. That's what we need. Colder and Hebel navigation. She tend to bounce around a bit with no weight on the back. Bit of a clean up in here as well, so whilst we're in Pentalvers we'll be getting a few disinfectant wipes out and have a wipe down. Bit of a hoover, get the hoover charged up, bit of a hoover. Seem to have accumulated a lot of rubbish yesterday. Not quite sure how I managed that. Car on the left, not accelerating at all, just going nice and slow. Yeah, not even looking, so yeah, we're running out of space, mate. Unbelievable. Ample opportunity to put his foot down and get on with it, and he just decided to go slower. I might have to go into Pentalvers tomorrow morning, because I'm not going to be getting down until 5, and I put my card in at 6. I can go into Pentalva's about 4 o'clock, I'll be dead. Well, I could do 9 off in the yard and go in there at 3. Behind me, let me out. Yeah, gonna have to think about this. As I get a bit closer, we'll have a workout to see what the score is. The place I'm going to before sounds vaguely familiar, though I haven't been there for a while. I think I've been there before.
Slow traffic on A1. Traffic should lead between 8:57 minutes. Slow 3 minutes delay.
Really worried about a 3-minute delay. Yeah, I'm going to have to have a think about how I plan this out this afternoon. Not really much to report here. It's all a bit quiet. No llamas, no bears, nothing much to see. Not a great deal of traffic. Plenty of rubbish about, but nothing that's going to score any points. Apart from tyres, you don't really get a lot for tyres. I saw, it was on the news I think, I can't remember which council it was, but they're punishing fly tippers. They caught a fly tipper, and not only did they fine him quite heavily, but they put points on his licence, and then they confiscated his van and crushed it. So yeah, no, if you fly tip, that's what you get. I'm sorry, but don't fly tip and blight the country. So us council taxpayers have to pay then to pick up the shit that you've been paid for to dispose of. In most cases, that's what fly tipping is. You know, you answer the Facebook page like, oh, I need a man in a van to come and clear some rubbish out of my garden. Bloke turns up and then dumps it in a lane somewhere, in a lay-by. You've paid him 30, 40, 50 quid to do that, expecting it to be disposed of correctly, and he's just dumped it in a lay-by. Well, sorry mate, but Cannon Hall and Wentworth Castle. I've heard of Wentworth Castle, but not Cannon Hall. Junction 32, 16 minutes. So we've done a complete circle from when we got off the M1 onto the M32. Shut up. Talking nonsense as per usual. We would have done a complete circle. Oh, here he comes. Hello. Right. If I released the brake, wouldn't it? Bouncing off the curbs. Trailer bouncing off. There we go. Right, we are going to attempt to go to Pentalvers tonight, unless I get there and it's absolutely rammed, in which case I won't be. I'll come back to the yard, but we're going to go down and have a look. That's the plan. So I'm approximately 120 mile away. Come off the M1. An easy journey down. I took a 45-minute break there. I was on 3 hours 20 odd, and I needed a wee. So things should reset themselves in a minute or two. Bouncing around more. Go for it. Cheese. Stay. Everything's reset. That's good. So we could be we're going to be into a 15-hour day today, by the looks of it. We won't get away with it being under. I wouldn't have thought I'd get away with it being under 13. Can't see myself being out at Pentalvers by 7 o'clock. It might be, because I might it depends. If I go into Pentalvers, then I suspect I'll be there a couple of hours. And I need to be parked up by 7 o'clock, back at the parked up by 7 o'clock for that to happen, and I can't see that happening. So yeah, it really does depend on the lay of the land when I get down there. We won't know that until we get there, but we're going to have a look. Then we can't be accused of doing anything other than what we're supposed to do. And if it's rammed, I'll just go in tomorrow morning. I'll just go back to the yard, park up, go in early tomorrow morning. It'll be a damn sight quieter. Otherwise I'm just using 2 hours of my life, 2 to 3 hours, and the potential to run out of time. not into that. But if it's dead, I'll go in. Meantime, we're just heading down the A5 here, down the Toaster roundabout, A43, turn right, M40, A34, down. Time now 2:45. So it's been sunny spells and showers today. Well, I wouldn't say sunny spells, but there is a little bit. See, further south, it could be quite sunny down there. It looks like it might be. The rest of the time, it's just been a little bit overcast and a bit rainy every now and again. Ugh. Everybody knows this road well by now. Watch on a regular basis, you know I use it as a bit of a wrap run. I don't like the Northampton off the M1 there. And I definitely don't like getting onto the M1 there. It's worse now than what it used to be. And it's worse now than what it was when it was in the roadworks. I think it was longer in the roadworks. Heart of the Shires. Good man, stay there. Woman. Everyone's got their Christmas lights up now, haven't they? Makes everything look a little bit prettier. My two rear legs are down. Been thinking a lot about future, well, very short term, depending on what they say, what the doctor says over the next couple of days. Whether I'm sick, lame and lazy or whether I'm alright. I could of course be panicking over absolutely nothing, in which case I'll just carry on. But, well, for the time being anyway. See, look, it looks like a load of either petrol or diesel fuel has been spilt along here. Not so much here, although you can still see it. Be a motorcyclist coming down here at the moment. There you can see it, look.
After a quarter of a mile, cross the roundabout and take the second exit in 5.
Road's drying out down here, but it is raining a bit. Looking Looking good, looking good. We've certainly had some rain in through November, didn't we? In the first part of December. Very wet. Considering the rest of the year has been dry. It's extremes again, isn't it? It's extremes of weather. Green light, green light. Up the hill. Just enough pickup. There's nothing on the back, just a skeleton trailer. So if you watch a lot of American truckers and how they... I forgot that was on. Turn that off. If you watch the American truckers, they work off load boards, and most of them, unless you're a company driver, you hear them talking about load boards, which is basically it's a website, and you either pay a subscription fee, or you get a percentage deducted. What is that? Bit of cardboard or something. I thought it was a brick or something. And for independent couriers in the UK, you have similar load boards. It's almost more. It's more or less exactly the same. You tend to find with hauliers though, they're either totally independent and they have their own customer base, or they lease on to like Amazon trucks are all leased on. They're not owned by Amazon, but they're in Amazon colours, and they're a separate company owns them, haulage company owns them, but all their work is through Amazon or X amount of trucks on. But independent couriers, anything, small vans, medium vans, long wheelbase vans, Lutons, that type of thing. The independent couriers and the small couriers do have their own customers, of course, but they also use load boards. And the biggest load board in the UK is Courier Exchange. I've been following on and off for years, to be honest with you. Known about them for a long time, and I've been looking a little bit more closely at them recently, just to see what sort of work is about. and there seems to be a bit. Now I don't know if it's, I don't quite get why. You look. I've started the last 3 or 4 days since Friday. I've looked every day. And I don't normally do that, but the last 3 or 4 days I've looked every day. And some of the loads are like repeated, so you can see where they're coming from. It doesn't tell you the name of the company, and because I haven't paid the description, you only get sketchy details. But you can generally tell it's the same load, but with a different date, unless it's multiple loads, of course. It's a load every day. I don't know, which it could well be. But they seem to be there, not taken up, which either means there's a shortage of couriers in the areas that I'm looking at, where I live, or people don't want to do the jobs, or they're just bone idle and don't want to work. I don't know, or they've got more lucrative work to do. Don't know. I don't know what it is. But there certainly seems to be some work about, and just like today when I went up to last night, I looked to see what there was going out of Gould. There was jobs going out of Gould for Monday morning, and then Bockington, and then Leeds. I looked to see what was there. There's loads going out of Leeds. Then I stopped where I stopped there, back there. I looked to see what was going out, and there was stuff from Birmingham to Oban. That'd have been a nice little run, over 400 plus miles. So that would have been a nice little learner. Nice trip up there. You got to remember, I'm not expecting to earn the same sort of money as I'm earning now. Far from it. It's a different way of life. It's being home more, a bit slower paced, and on my own terms. If I don't want to work, I don't have to work, and I can make time for me to get myself better. Still be charging around the countryside, but on my own terms, rather than, if I do 3 days of charging around and I want to take 2 days off, I can. And that's the beauty of going over to do that. Yeah, that's one of the thing that appeals. Yeah, of course it's going to be less money. You're not going to be earning, I wouldn't say it would be a sizable drop, but it would be a noticeable drop, certainly. But freedom in your health. Try putting a figure on that. I don't know if you can you? You say, you lose your holiday pay. Well, yeah, I lose my holiday pay. It's 4 weeks. We're not talking serious, but if you can't earn enough to put away money for 4 weeks doing courier work, then you're just not working hard enough the rest of the time. And it's no great shakes. Well, I've probably taken a week and a half to 2 weeks off this year with no pay, unpaid holiday. So I needed time off for various bits and pieces, and I didn't want to take this holiday. I missed it. So another 2 weeks ain't going to make any difference either. But I'm earning more money, obviously, but even so. If I have to tramp out, it's not like I'm a stranger to it, is it, Wouldn't bother me in the slightest. So we'll see what the doc says tomorrow. Well, Wednesday and Thursday. I see the doctor on Thursday. So if the dog says I'm okay, we're going to take a view on it in the new year as to how we feel about it. Do a lot more research, look at some costings. See what we come up with. But
Go right on the roundabout and take the third exit, A43, towards Oxford.
oh, 580. I don't know what the difference between R and S is on Scanias. I don't know really. Ugh. Traction! Bit of sunshine up there. I feel like I've got a bit of a cold coming on. Whether that's the case or not. Getting good miles to the gallon on the way back with nothing on the back. 12 miles to the gallon. Very nice. Shame we don't get a fuel bonus. Still currently sitting around 10.7 mile to the gallon, depending on, that's right across the board, right from day one of this truck. Since I've had it, 10.7 mile to the gallon. Empty, loaded, doesn't matter.
After a quarter of a mile, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A43.
The boys going straight round the outside of me, ballards.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
So, speed on. These fuel figures won't be as good as mine. You know, it's all very well doing it, but if you're only getting 8 mile to the gallon,
A43.
the time you save is immaterial, because he's going to be stuck on the docks for 3 hours just the same as I am. Do you know what I mean? The chances are he will not get off the docks any quicker than me, even if he gets down there half hour earlier. It's the luck of the draw. It's a 50-50 chance. You might do, probably not though. And as I always say, it's a tortoise and a hare. So him ragging it, and using more fuel, but you know, foot down or I'm gone, doesn't really achieve too much other than burns fuel. You know, I sit cruise 53, nice and steady. And very often I see someone and I go, I'll meet him again down the docks, I suspect. See him floating about, he might have got far. What's he dropped? Looking for something. See a bit of sunshine, sort of breaking through the cloud. Trouble is, this time of day, well, it's a bit late in the day, and it gets you right in the eyes, doesn't it? I'm heading into it. should have looked to see where I was going tomorrow. So if I've recognised it or not. The name rings a bell, but I can't picture it. If it was quite a while ago. Nothing to report really, just mooching on down the road, and we're going to attempt to go into my favourite container yard because we've got a bit of time and we may as well use it. But if it's mobbed when I get there, I'm not going in, simple as. Anyway, I'll let you know as we get there. Well, you'll see for yourselves. So we could put a bet on mobbed or not mobbed. Okay, let's see. Over. See but oh, that sun's lovely, isn't it? Right in the eyes. Can you see anything? Tell me if I need to go left or right. Right a bit. Right. Second Spanish car I've seen today, unless it's the same one. Can't remember what the last one was. Right. Okay, I'll speak to you all later. Hello. Let's see if there's any dramas here. Just come off the A34, go round the roundabout. Usual place for some form of fuckery, but we'll just see. Could it be that everyone behaves itself? Apart from this guy coming up now. Let's see where he ends up, shall we?
Go right on the roundabout and take the third exit, A34, towards Oxford. As I suspected, he ain't really got anywhere, has he? Take the exit, A34.
Why he's beeping at me.
A34 towards Oxford for 12 miles.
Come on, my son, get going. He's holding back. What's going on? Come on then. Perhaps he follows me, I don't know. If that's you. Hello. Go on in. Coming in or are you staying out there? Staying out there. Well, he managed to get past me. don't see any advantage into getting into that outside lane other than causing yourself a lot of grief. Because then once you get out there, you've got to fight your way back in with the 2 lanes that go into the outside lane goes into your lane. If you're in a car, slightly different. When you're in a truck, I just don't see the... just don't see it. Each to their own. Anyway, if you do watch this, say hello. You were beeping at me. Don't know if you were. Or perhaps you just I annoyed you because I went up the inside here. But no, I just stayed in my lane. No, I didn't go up the inside, I stayed in my lane. If your lane's going slower, that's not my problem, that's your problem. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? That place didn't last long, did it? Camper van sales place. That lasted a couple of months, 2 or 3 months, 3 or 4 months maybe, from the summer through to now. They had a burger van in there that was only open random days. Probably didn't help because out of school. Well, you know all this like the back of your hands, A34 southbound. Shouldn't be any dramas now. Got yourself tucked in there. Oh my god. I have total faith in him that he wouldn't come out. You never know. Right. Back up round here tomorrow. This is as far as I need to come. Well, a bit further down actually. I think. Around here somewhere anyway. So whatever happens, I'm in the yard tonight, so suits me. Say there's any hold up, still maintaining the same sort of time, so what I'll do is I'll put you on as I come into Southampton so you can see what I can see, and then we make the decision when we're there. So until then, I'll speak to you later. Hello. Thought I'd put the camera on because there's all sorts of fuckery going on here. Let's see what else we see. Suicidal motorcyclists and suicidal lorry drivers. Let's see what this one does here. Yep, is he going to? Because he's on form to do it. Absolute arse. The same man was halfway up my side and then decided just to come into my lane. And then if I hadn't hit the brakes, he would have just taken me out. Lunatic. So I made a phone call, and apparently my favourite container yard was chock-a-block earlier, and I can. So I said I'm just going to come back to the yard and I'll go in early in the morning. But I thought, well, it might be, but then again it might not be. So I'm going to go and have a look anyway. I suspect it will be chock-a-block. And that'll be a quick turnaround for me and then head back to the yard. But we're going to go and have a look. So if it is really quiet, then I'll save myself a bit of time. Potentially. Possibly. I could also really knacker myself up, but we're going to go and have a look. Even though I don't have to, we're going to be conscientious and go and have a look. If we get there in one piece, because there's too many lunatics about tonight for my liking. I just want to get parked up, really. It's 5 o'clock. I've only got tomorrow to get through and I'm off for 5 days. And on the Saturday night, although I've got the doctors on Wednesday and Thursday, Friday I'm off anyway. So I'm going to get me empty out my, if the weather's okay, I'm going to empty out my motorbike and get it into a situation where I might be able to I've got flat tyres, so they all need pumping up. But one is unpumpable because it's totally flat and the inner tube's knackered. So I need to change the inner tube, which I can do. And so I might have a go at that on Friday. Wednesday and Thursday I am relaxing. And then Friday we're going to Gorgeous Kira's booked a rather nice hotel, boutique hotel in Salisbury. I'm going to go and have a look around the Christmas market, have something to eat, nice food, a few beers, and stay in a nice hotel. As long as the doctor doesn't say, you need to go to hospital, son, you've had a heart attack. Which I don't think he's going to, but you never know. Wozzers. Two together, double trouble. Hear that trailer rattling behind me. Keep looking at vans at the moment.
After 1.2 miles, take the exit 13N27 towards Southampton Docks.
Hoping no one from the right hand lane dives into the left hand lane because they can see it moving faster. It does happen. I wonder if the Rozzers are in the correct lane or not. I suspect not. Unless they're not Southampton Rozzers, of course.
After half a mile, take the exit 13N27 towards Southampton Docks.
Yeah, into the right hand lane now. Whoop, maybe. Yeah, they are.
13.
Yeah. Hold on. See, you're supposed to be setting an example. Driving skills leave a lot to be desired, especially the one behind in the car. Even go off left here. I suspect they might. Yep. Begs the question why the car was in the far right hand lane, only less than 200 yards from where he needed to be exiting off the motorway.
Keep right. N27 towards Southampton for 3.5 miles.
we'll be either going in or going past at around half past 5. Excuse me. So we're going to have a look. Fairly obvious as I go in through dock gate 10 if there's a problem or not. Remember, I'm getting a loaded box, so I might. We'll have a look. See how many are in the area in lane 1 when you go around, which is where they're loaded, where you have to queue to get your loaded boxes. And if there's anything more than there's 2, 4, 8 spots, and 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8. 12 or 14 spots. You really don't want 14 trucks in front of you. The thing is, you can't see, so difficult to tell as I go around. But if it's fully stacked up, then I'm not going to go. Go and have a look. Yeah, lad, if it's full up, I'll have wasted 20 minutes.
After 1 2 miles, take the exit 3 M271 towards Southampton.
Well, I'm just looking fairly full already. Yep. A303 closed the oval. There's always something going on along the A303 at the moment, where they're doing the roadworks down at Sparkford, where they're putting in a new bypass. Just chaos down there.
After half a mile, take the exit 3 M271 towards Southampton. Then go left on the roundabout and take the first exit. Take the exit 3, then go left on the roundabout and take the first exit.
Oh, this is nice and clear. This is good. So bets on, do I go in or out?
After 900 feet, go left on the roundabout and take the first exit M271 towards Southampton.
I'm favouring out myself, but I want to go and have a look. You can be quiet. That one. Don't know whether the battery's going to last on that. It seems to be. I bought some new batteries. Yeah, I haven't tried them. I've charged them. Traffic coming out. It's not going to affect me at the moment unless it's really busy. Going the other way. I'm not short of time at the moment. So even if I get held up coming out, back out of the docks, back towards the yard, it's no great shakes. Got time in the bag. It's dry here. We're committed to going down there now. Let's see what the traffic's like coming out. Oh, that's alright. Okay. All looking good at the moment. Do you know what? I'm going to go for the docks. No, I don't. I need to go out. We need to carry on down, otherwise I don't get a clear look to see how bad the damage is, the queues are. So it's 20 past 5 at the moment. I've got to be parked up by 9 o'clock, so I've got to be leaving down here by 8:30. So if I'm still in there at 8 o'clock, that's the time point I've got to try and start extracting myself. So 5:30, 6, 7. I've got 3 hours to get a box on. Now you might go, Christ, that's plenty of time. Well, no, it's not. I wish it was. I really do wish it was. I really, really do. It should be enough. Okay, lights on green, and yeah, staying green. So yeah, I mean, but the trouble is today, the way things are at the moment, the way they operate, 3 hours, you can't, you know, that, and that's with running out of time. You know, if time wasn't an issue, I'd just crack on in there. But don't know anymore. I wouldn't go too fast, my son. It's a speed camera down here and it's a 40. I'm doing 40. So I got into this lane because I've got to be in this right hand lane in a minute. Right, start looking in. I can see lots of trucks. I can see lots of trucks. Yeah, I can see lots of trucks. Ooh, nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. I can hear the Rozzers. I can hear an ambulance coming. Coming up on my left. Okay, so that answers my question. Ooh, something else coming from another direction then. Where's that coming from? That way. So the queue is all the way round, yeah, 3 lanes. Round to there. No, only going in the morning. That is not good. They're not queuing all the way around here, but they are. Oh no, no. No. I've just seen the. I was looking to check. There's 3 lanes. 2 lanes are for empty. Empties, box on and box off. 1 lane is for loaded, box on, box off. And see, this is what really annoys me. There's a cycle path to my left, and there's a cyclist coming up here, and this is full of lorries, you know. And there's a bloke, well, like a year ago, he died just at the top here by entrance to Area 1 on a push bike. He got knocked off by a lorry, and there he is. There's another one here. There's not a chance of me getting by him. And there's a perfectly adequate cycle path to his left. You have all the lights on in the world, mate, but do you know what I mean? So yeah, so the lane that, so the, you know, and you don't get if you're loaded, you go into lane 1. But that was the same length as the other two. So lane 1 always moves quicker because the ratio is, and if it's the same length as the others, that means there's traffic lights here. That means there's a bit of a delay. So I suspect if they're that far back, there's probably and they're queuing from there. There's probably a dozen or more trucks waiting to get loaded. So we're looking at 3 hours plus. I just Christ, that's narrow. I'm amazed that's up. Plus no one's hit it. So yeah, no, that's not happening. So I will be going back to the yard, parking up and going again at 2:45 in the morning, get up at 2:30. Well, it depends on, I'll take 9 hours off and whatever that is when I get back. More noise. Nothing quiet about the docks. Traffic lights here, there were the other day. Let's see how busy the docks are. As it's supposed to be quiet at the moment. No, not stacked out. Area 3 is busy. Full up, in fact. Queuing to get in. Area 3 is stacked out. Not good. Yeah, Area 3 stacked out. Look how many straddlers are parked up, look. Let's see how many there are. Few. Yeah. See what area 1 is like. Is the pig pen empty? I think the pig pen is empty. Well, the pig pen's empty, so that's good. Area 1's not looking too... there's a few slots. But not for me tonight. It's a ne point. I've scored nothing now. Back to the yard we go. We've had a look. and it's definitely not a good idea to be going in, because the reason why is that it's 5:30. 6 o'clock they do in that particular container yard. 6 o'clock they do a shift change. So between 5:45 and 6:30, nothing happens. So I'll get in there now and I'll just sit in that queue. We won't go anywhere. Won't do anything. Won't go anywhere. So it'll be 6:30 before the queue moves. And that only gives me 2 hours to get me box on, and that ain't gonna happen. Not with the queue like that. I've queued longer than that, and there's been no queue. I've been right at the very front. So, not a catch chance. Wrong, innit? And that's partly the length of time it takes for shift change, and partly because you've got to allow more or less 2 hours to get a box on and off during busy times in there. So no, not happening. Can't risk it. Because once you're in. It's difficult to get back out again, and you can only do what you can do at the end of the day, can't you? So back to the yard, have some tea. Early night, because my alarm would be going off at 2:30 in the morning, I suspect. Where's he going? Completely the wrong lane. Well done, dickhead. Ooh, there's a lot of fire engines and blue lights going the opposite way, where those that first set of blue lights to those other sets of blue lights we saw. Let me come across. Yeah, thank you. So just heading back now to the yard. Over Red Bridge flyover. The light's going to stay green. A little tour of the docks at the end of the day, just to finish things off. How's about that? And I don't think I need to, no, I don't need a refuel. So only 100 miles up, 100 miles back, 200 miles. I've got 645 mile in the tank. Even on 13 mile, that's on 13 mile of a gallon. So call it 500. Under 400. That still gives me plenty of juice to get up there and back. Oh, fuck, what's going on?